Well, I think we have it about as level as we can get it. However, each time I put on the new layer of CA glue, I get little tiny bumps. This time, I'm going to turn it down with 800 grit. And I'm going to try something different. I'm going to turn nice and slow here, like maybe just 200 RPM. And my thinking is that if I turn slow, I'm not going to be generating heat, and possibly I'm not going to get those little clogging clumps in my sandpaper, which in themselves are producing high spots on the sandpaper, which will cause scratches, or at least uneven sanding. That's my thinking. Okay, I'm turning at about 180 RPM right now. I'm not going to bother with the air cleaner. And I'm going to be careful not to pull too hard here. Try and pull it evenly. Maybe I should tighten up my tailstock just a little bit. These nylon bushings aren't grabbing too good. Oh yeah, I'm producing sawdust there. Okay, now let's have a look at our sandpaper. Well, I don't know. It was an idea anyway. Maybe if I do it with my finger like this. Try not to bang the camera here. Get right to the edges. I suppose I could speed it up a little bit. Offhand, I would say I've got rid of all the little high lumps that were micro lumps from the CA glue. And we'll just do the sanding by hand now. Maybe this one just a little bit more on the edge there. Now this time I'm going to put the CA glue on a little bit thinner. Let's just give it maybe one drop here. And I'm turning fairly slow. In fact, I'm turning only about 190 RPM here. Oh yeah, that's cured. I feel a little rough spot there though. That shouldn't be there. Well, I guess it's going to be really hard to get it perfect here. But I definitely feel something. I've done it about 10 more times. And then I didn't wait the appropriate length of time. Don't know if you can see it, but I sort of gave it a little test with my little swab here. It stuck to it. So now I've got to sand it down again. No, I don't think those little tiny pieces of paper towel went all the way to the wood, so it shouldn't take a whole lot of sanding. However, stupid. Now I do have one little cheery piece of news. When I first got up this morning, I checked the tracking for my package from William Woodwright, you know, the one that has the buffing system in it? Well, it said that it was at the main sorting station here in Winnipeg. Great. I just checked it again just right now. It says it's out for delivery. Yes, we're going to probably see that yet today. And so that we're going to have a matching pair. I've sanded down horizontally to the place where I couldn't see the bottom of the little valleys of the CA glue. Anyway, give it a couple of more coats of CA and then I think we'll do the micromesh thing. Now, one of the viewers, I read his comment and he kind of indicated that what he does is with the micromesh, as soon as he starts seeing the slurry, he stops. I know that I do have a tendency sometimes to get a little bit too aggressive, especially with the coarser grits. So this time I'm going to do that too. As soon as I start seeing the slurry, I'm going to quit. Because I don't want to be going down into the wood here. And actually you could go down right to the wood with this one. And probably with the next 3 or 4 up if you did it long enough. I'm turning at about 750 RPM, and once again we'll just video the first one here and the 12,000. Now remember, as soon as I see the slurry, quit. Well, basically that was it. There it is, you can see it. Make sure I get the outside ends here. Okay. I am slightly concerned that possibly I may have cut right through the CA glue on the very ends. I might have to... Now mind you, I was going to be turning those down just a little bit more anyway, so that they'll match the pen parts. I have to round them over just slightly, like a 64th of an inch or less. Anyway, looking at it closely now, I believe that's bare wood. Okay, another couple of applications of CA, I guess. Oh well, this sort of makes for fun. Okay, remember now, not too thick. Well, If the letter carrier is on the usual time, I imagine my package will be here in about 2-3 hours from right now. And we'll see if the buffing system will improve on that. Actually, looking at it right now, it looks really good. I'm wondering if maybe I'm going to ruin it with the buffing system. Well, we'll soon know. Now, before we get to the exciting part in this episode, my brother, who is now retired, but for many, many years actually worked in the abrasives business. Well, this morning he emailed me a chart. Now, this chart is really interesting. It's got some surprises on there. It actually has the micro mesh grit, and you can compare grit size and so on. And like I say, it's got some surprises. You want to save this for yourself? Well, you just pause the video, take your snipping tool, then bring your snip up into Photoshop or something, and you can get it, size it and everything, print it out. If you don't know how to do it, well, get one of your great-great-grandchildren to do it for you. So what do you think? Should we open it up? Hey, that's what I like, enthusiasm. CA thin. Oh, a sample. Free sample. It's called Red Heart. All right. Okay, this is ink cartridges for a fountain pen, and obviously one of them has broken. So I'm going to have to be very careful. Put on the rubber gloves when I open that package. Here's another package, but it's okay. These are gel ballpoint refills. Extra caps for when your CA bottle gets all clogged up. It's nice to be able to snip it off and have a nice fine little point and not have to work all the way down to where it's a great big horking hole, if you know what I mean. Extra non-stick bushings. Canadiana fountain pen. That's for me personally. The one we're making here right now, I'm going to be giving away. Churchill fountain pen. This is a wide nib for the Canadiana. I find that I can write better with the wide rather than the narrow. The narrow has a tendency to sometimes dig into the paper on me. And another Gentry kit. Okay. Now we can press the pink one in, and we'll have the two Gentrys, the matching daughter-mother thing, or mother-daughter. This is what we've been waiting for a week. Well, that's not true. I only ordered it on Monday, so 5 days, that's not bad. Okay, I've never used one of these before. So I am definitely going to be reading the instructions, which seem to be fairly simple. 1 buffing wheel, 2 buffing wheels, 3 buffing wheels, the mandrel. Well, you know what? We're going to put this together and we'll try it out tomorrow. In the meantime, thanks for watching. You too, Jackson.